Your Country 1039 KGRT, Lady A, and Need You Now. And for some reason, I want to get my dancing shoes on. Don't know why.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And all I'm going to say is might be a bit chilly out Saturday morning. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But it's still a great time to walk around downtown and enjoy the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Now, our question of the day, straight up right here. Does the smell of certain foods bother you? Yeah. I mean, this question was asked, and of course, online community gives lots of answers. Of course, we all know about seafood and the break room kitchen, right? I think we all know that. Some Italian and Mexican dishes as well. So the smell of garlic, onion, chili powder, stuff like that. Sometimes that bothers you. Or maybe your roommate or partner cooks something that just kind of like, yeah, not really going to deal with that one right now. Or maybe you get the complaints about something that you might be eating because other people can't stand that. But, yeah, sometimes there's just something that just is not good, smelly, off, whatever you want to say. And now, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, everybody knows I'm not a fan of pickles. Not a fan of pickles. Fish food, you know, fish smells like fish. There's not much you can do about that. Is it pleasant? For some people, not so much. I'm okay with that. Pickles, hate pickles, don't like pickles, but there is one thing above all of that that just bugs me and I do not like. And for those that know me, know exactly what it is. And that's, believe it or not, hard-boiled eggs. Yeah. I actually, when I was a kid, used to love to eat hard-boiled eggs. I think my mom will verify that one. But then one summer, I had some babysitters that all they loved to eat and snack on were hard-boiled eggs. Seemed like every day. I seem to remember like every single day, and it was just like, you know, something else different maybe. But yeah, do not like the smell of hard-boiled eggs when they're cooking because it's just, you know what I'm talking about, that smell that gets in the air. You know it every Easter. You do. But yeah, not a fan at all. But what about you? Are there smell of certain foods that bother you? Do you have a thing about garlic? Like I said, some onions, peppers, stuff like that. Maybe there's something that you're like, nope, gonna pass on that one right there. So let me know your answers. Is there a smell of certain foods that bothers you? 575-523-KGRT is the phone number, 575-523-5478. Call in or text in your answers. And of course, we are live on our social media pages. In fact, we do a little extra online exclusively, so you can join us there and, of course, leave your comments there as well. For our question of the day, does a certain smell bother you? That's our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right. Now we are exclusively on our social media pages and online, so yeah. Share if you want to. Does the smell of certain foods bother you? Like I said, not a lot for the most part, but yeah, boiling eggs, you know, I don't know if it's vinegar, whatever it is that's in there, but holy cow, not a fan at all. I would rather smell pickles, you know. I mean, smelling them's fine. I'm not going to eat them, mind you, but yeah, the whole hard-boiled egg thing, not a fan. So I guess that does put out a few other foods that are, well, see, even then, you're not going to smell a chicken salad like from a room away. But those hard-boiled eggs, when they're cooking, oh yeah, like I said, probably the vinegar in there, but sorry, having bad, nosy scent flashbacks right there. Anyway, let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, and of course, you can always just leave your comments down below. I believe that somebody just sent me a text, said the smell of liver and onions cooking makes me yeah, that's not a fun one either. Not necessarily a fan of liver and onions, but I feel for you. I really, really do. But once again, let me know your answers. Call them in, text them in, leave your comments down below. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what is happening and going on in and around the world. Guess what? Michael Jackson biopic, not even out for 2 weeks. And yes, there is a sequel that is already moving forward. The film has earned $217 million worldwide during its opening weekend and is expected to begin, I believe, the filming of the part 2 of that is expected to begin in 2026 or 27. And yeah, so I guess we'll find out what happens towards the end a little bit more. I wonder how much the family is going to clean that one up. Not great times, right? Speaking of sequels, apparently The Devil Wears Prada 2 is expected to earn $80 million in North America during its opening weekend coming up. I think international sales, they're looking at over 100 mil. So, should be doing pretty good. There's a lot of fans of the first one. The Patriots recently held a season ticket holder event, and Coach Mike Vrabel attended the party. The crowd gave him a standing ovation. The moment stood out amid all of the controversy going around and surrounding his relationship with former NFL reporter Diana Rossini. Trust me, his wife was not happy. Let's see. Churchill Downs, home of the Kentucky Derby, has 17 full-service kitchens ready to go to feed the over 150,000 Derby guests coming up this Saturday. Over 100 executive chefs are working this weekend. So if you've ever been in a kitchen, especially a professional kitchen, that stuff gets crazy. And speaking of the Kentucky Derby, saw this story here. Hospice man to attend the 80th Kentucky Derby says an 89-year-old Louisville, Kentucky man named Bob Waihe, I hope I'm saying that right, but he's in hospice care and his dying wish was to attend his 80th Kentucky Derby. CBS shared a video asking to help grant Bob's wish. Churchill Downs is providing tickets to make his wish come true. The Kentucky Derby is, of course, this Saturday. Once again, our question of the day has to do with smelly foods. Does your roommate or partner cook something that just kind of like, I got to leave the house? Or we all have that break room kitchen where somebody is eventually going to put some seafood out into the world there. It's happened. It has happened. And, of course, maybe there's something that you cook or that you enjoy that other people don't. Hey, it's all out there. Go ahead and let me know your answers. Once again, call them in. Text them in at 575-523-5478. That's 575-523-5478. So far, liver and onions, not a fan. And, okay, this is a long one. I got to go ahead and lean in closer to it. Tequila. Okay. Technically not a food, but still don't like the smell of deer meat as well. Doesn't look right to me. Well, and cooking, love the taste, just not the smell of cooking. A little venison in there, yeah. And you know what? Although tequila is not a food, I'm going to give it to you because it does have a very distinct smell. I love that smell. Been a while since I've had some, about 14 years, but I still do love that smell of tequila. But some people, yeah, understandably, not a fan. Hey, I will respect thy wishes. But I do like the smell of tequila. But let me know your answers. Maybe that'll be a follow-up question tomorrow. What's a smell that you really, really like? I think we'll have fun with that one, too. But does the smell of certain foods bother you? Like I said, I am not a fan of hard-boiled eggs when they're cooking, and it is just, like I said, I know maybe it's the vinegar type thing, the whole thing, and it permeates the room. I can smell it from several rooms down. Oh, sorry, I had a moment there. We're good. But does a smell of certain foods bother you? That is our question of the day. Let me know your answers. Call them and text them. Leave your comments down below. And, we will go ahead and share for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.